Goed, doen we zo take 1. Hi everybody, welcome to a new podcast. I am Joshua from FutureMorphs and I'm joined today by Monique. I've known Monique for ages, for like 12 or 14 years or something. We just discussed and we have no idea how we met or where we met, but we just know each other. And as you can see in the background, Monique also has some reptiles, of course, and we want to talk about her experiences with keeping and breeding snakes and other stuff, and maybe she can show off some of her animals. So, Monique, introduce yourself. Who are you, and how long have you been keeping reptiles and stuff like that?
Hi everybody. Well, I'm Monique,
Monique.
I keep reptiles for now 18 years.
Okay.
I started off with a corn snake.
Like everybody else, probably.
Yeah, probably, indeed. I also have bearded dragons, just 2 of them. 2 Euro mustangs, and now I have 8 corn snakes.
Okay.
Because I had to increase the amount.
You had to.
Yeah, I had to.
Yeah, sometimes you need more snakes in your life.
Yeah, I always need more, but I can't have any more at the moment, so...
No, yeah, looking at your background, it's already pretty full over there, so...
Yes.
Of course, I know a little bit of what you have, but which morphs of corn snakes do you like? Do you prefer dark morphs or light morphs, or...?
I prefer the dark but bright morphs, like the coral ghost.
Mm-hmm.
The caramel.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Of course. Who doesn't like caramel?
I know somebody who doesn't like caramels, but Eileen is crazy, so...
Yeah. Hypo, just...
Mm-hmm.
I really don't like the ones with red eyes too much, but I do have a male, so...
Well, it's... A lot of people, now not a lot, but more people don't like the red eyes. I don't know what it is. It's...
Yeah, me neither.
Maybe,
but I have some, but...
Maybe they look a little bit more devilish or something with the red eyes.
I think so.
That must be it.
Yeah, probably.
And you also had some lizards you were talking about.
Yes.
Do you also breed with bearded dragons and Euromastics, or...?
No, the Euromastics are still too small to breed.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, if it is possible in a couple of years, I will try. And the bearded dragons, I don't breed.
Is it a pair, or you just keep them separated?
It could be a pair, but not quite sure on one of them.
No. It's...
If I flip the tail, it looks to be a female, but if I look at the pores, it's just too much for a female. So, yeah.
Or maybe it's a male with just not a very big package.
Could be.
Sometimes you have males like that, so...
Yeah, that's true. I also have 2 Varanus, Acanthurus.
Oh, Paul, what's the English name?
Akis?
The red Akis, yeah. Yeah, for people who don't know, Monique is also Dutch, just like me, so if we don't know an English name by the top of our heads, it's just because we're Dutch and we speak Dutch, so... Did you try to breed this year with corn snakes?
This year I tried to breed with Butter Motley, and she did lay 7 eggs, but they were infertile. At first it looks to be like there were a couple of them who were fertile, but they started to mold.
Yeah, you see it. Some people they candle all their eggs. I never do it. I usually just go by looks as well. But once in a while you have some really nice white round eggs, but still they end up infertile. So, but they will they will just collapse and mold and harden and stuff in the incubator. So So no eggs at the moment for you then?
No.
Damn it.
Maybe later this year, but I'm not quite sure yet.
Well, or maybe a second clutch of the same female. Sometimes they double clutch. So. And you said you had 8 corn snakes?
Yes, 4 adults.
Okay.
And 4 babies.
And do you just have corn snakes or other species of snakes as well?
No, only corn snakes.
Okay. And can you show us some of them maybe?
Yes, of course.
Because you have some quite cool terrariums in the background, so...
I will try to show you.
Yeah, you can flip it if you want. But this is good as well.
Okay. Well, these are the terrariums.
And if you want, you can shout out the company or the person who built it if you want.
Yes, it's Daan Stroot from Terrarium Tilburg.
Yeah, I know him too. And I recognize, I think he's the only one that still makes the OSB wooden terrarium. So they look quite good. So.
I think so too. Yes, they are, and for the warmth. They keep the warmth inside.
Yeah, I believe so. Ooh, look, somebody's hungry.
Yes, she's always hungry. Maybe you're the breeder. I got a...
Why? Who is the breeder of this nice, lovely snake?
You are.
Hey! Well, I'm hungry a lot of the time as well, so that could be the case.
I also have a scaleless normal, but last time he didn't shed his head fully.
Oh, that's strange, because you have some damp moss I see as well, so...
Yes. So I have no idea, and I keep it more damp now. Hopefully he will throw it off.
Yeah, and otherwise maybe you can try it with a little tweezers or tongs just to take it off.
Yes. But his eyes looks like they are shed.
Yeah, indeed. Well, but it's not. I think it's a good thing for people to know, because I breed a lot of scaleless corn snakes and I like them. But people ask, well, do they need some extra special care or something? Because I don't have scales. But this is basically the only issue you sometimes have is with shedding.
Yes.
Because sometimes they start maybe with just the bottom of their jaw or just the top of the jaw, and the other half doesn't start shedding, and then you get something like this. But you can take it off just with either damp moss or put it in a little tub with some warm water and soak it for 5 or 10 minutes, and then it will come off probably. So.
Yes, it's only the first time he has problems shedding. So.
Okay.
Let's see.
And is it the first time that he's in this terrarium as well? Because maybe the ventilation is a little bit too good or something?
No, he is in this terrarium for about 1.5, 2 years, I think.
Okay. Oh, strange.
So, I don't know if you see him.
Yeah.
The Red Factor Ghost. Daddy of last year babies.
Okay.
And here we have the bottom-motley under the laying.
Well, she still, she again looks pretty big as well, so she doesn't seem to have lost a lot of weight with...
No, that doesn't look like it. I don't know.
Or maybe she's making a second clutch again, that's also possible, because she looks quite full, so...
Yeah, I also thought so. Let's see... here I have the terrarium of the Euromastics.
Yeah, this is like people just have a quick look around. If you like Mario and Mario Kart and Mario Party and everything, this is awesome. This is like one of my. I couldn't do it because I'm terrible at designing stuff, but yeah, this is cool. Look, and Toad.
I want to make it fuller, but didn't have the time to do it yet.
And is this part? Oh, there's.
She's hiding always. And the other Euromastics. Oh, I don't know if you saw him jump.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, and there he goes.
He's a little shy.
He's just not happy because he doesn't have a Mario enclosure.
I think that's the problem, yes. And over here, I have some babies of last year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's reflecting too much to see.
No, yeah, you can see him, but the colors, it doesn't do it justice, because I know how this animal looks like on pictures and stuff.
I will try to take him out. Let's see. The other ones are hiding. Well, and that's me again.
Welcome
I'll
back.
try to take him out.
Okay, don't get bit, or do get bit, because it's good for the views, but...
This one always wants to bite, so...
Oh.
Yes.
Stupid corn snakes.
Yeah, I don't try to do it. It's like, for no reason, he always wants to bite me. Come here, little. He is rattling. What? Take it easy. Okay.
So, yeah, this is a little bit better, but with all my other podcasts as well, with Skype, it's just the colors don't. No, it's especially if it's. Oh well, this is maybe better, a little bit farther away. Yeah, you can see the color now, pretty good now.
His head almost looks like purple.
Yeah, I believe so. He's pretty big for a yearling.
Yeah, and he was the last one to started eating.
Oh, okay. Well, he
didn't eat the first 3 months.
Oh.
After he came out, and then he started eating, and now he doesn't stop.
Okay. He has some mice to. How do you say it in English? To he's a little bit left behind, so now he needs to feed extra.
Yeah, but I don't give him any extra. He's just doing it on its own.
Well, and he's not big, like he's fat big, but he's just nice and long, and yeah. It's quite a good size for a yearling. Well, but look, he's not even biting. He's quite nice. He likes you.
Now he is. Now he does like me.
Or he hears my voice and he's so calmed.
Yeah, I think that's the case, yes.
Because basically I'm his granddad, so...
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not, because it makes me feel really old.
You are.
Yeah, I am really old. I know. I just don't behave that way, but...
I'll put him back.
Yeah, go ahead. We can enjoy the little toad in the background with his happy face.
He is happy, right? So.
And how do you like the wooden terrariums with the OSB wood? Because I never used it. I have in the past I had the white in Dutch we say meubelpaneel and also the betonplex. But
yes.
How do you like it? Is it good for moisture and stuff as well?
Yes, I did do 3 layers of floor wax to seal from the inside. And I don't have any problems with moist, but I only have them for, I think, 2 years now. Okay. So maybe a couple of years, but now it's not a problem yet.
And did you use the wax all around or just the the bottom layer?
All around.
Oh, okay. Oh no, that helps probably.
Yeah, because I have one corn snake, the scaleless, and he likes to shit all over the terrarium. So from the side, the window. So
that's a good warning for people who think, oh, I like snakes and they're so fun and they're so clean.
Yeah, well, not all of them.
No,
Some are.
Yeah,
because he always does it in the same spot, so that's easy.
Yeah, but I have some too. I keep them in tubs, as people know, but some they just always poop like in the water bowl, but also like on the side of the water bowl or on the side of the tub. That I think, how the hell did you manage to get poop on there? But yeah.
Yeah, they do it.
Maybe they have like explosive diarrhea and they just do.
Could be a problem, yes.
I see like a South Park something in front of me now, but that's a whole different story.
Yes.
Another question. When you were showing the room a little bit, we saw like another rack as well on the side. Is that your baby rack or?
I will show it. It is indeed a baby rack.
Okay. Did you made it yourself or?
Well, my brother-in-law did.
Okay.
Oh, that was really close. Well, last year I tried to breed for the first time myself. Oh.
You have a visitor. We will pause and we will get back later.
Probably the postman.
Okay, go ahead. Take your time. Well, people, see you in a minute. We were talking about last year's breeding, I think?
Yes. Last year I tried to breed for the first time. Mm-hmm. Because I always wanted to, but I never had the courage to do it.
You little sissy.
Yeah. Won't help it.
No, I'm kidding.
But the first, the female who laid eggs, the Amel, I just showed you on top. Mm-hmm. She laid 27 eggs.
Oh.
And I only had room in my rack for 32 babies.
Okay.
So I was thinking, if everything goes correctly and I get 27 babies, I don't have enough space if she lays another clutch.
So you needed a bigger baby rack?
Yes.
And that's how things escalate usually, because then next year you think, oh, I can have 3 clutches or 3 females, and mm-hmm. But you don't have the intention to breed with a lot of females every year, or?
No, I just want to do it for fun.
Well, but it's more fun to breed with 4 females than maybe just 1 female or 1 clutch a year or something. So.
I know, but I only have 2 adult females.
Oh, okay. Well, you have some babies as well, right? So, are there some females as well?
Yes.
Okay. So maybe in 2 or 3 years. Who knows?
Maybe.
No, still, if people just want to breed like 1 clutch a year, or that's also fun, because you can still have the experience of the eggs hatching and feeding the babies and stuff, but you don't have to worry about all the babies and try to sell them, and
yes.
And of course you can have issues with your females with being egg bound and stuff. You don't have all those problems if you don't breed. So for people who are watching this, it's no problem just to breed 1 clutch or 2 clutches or whatever. So
no, it's more, yeah. I wouldn't say it is more fun, but I like it because, yeah. And especially at first, I was really nervous the first time. So every day when I came at home, I always looked at the eggs. Is everything okay? How is the temperature? Stuff like that.
I know the feeling. I used to do it too when I was just starting.
But the most fun I think was when they started to come out.
Yeah, that's true. Once you see the little slits and then you see the heads and the bubbles, and then the fun part starts.
And maybe it's interesting to tell about the eggs that didn't hatch.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Because I had in that clutch 27 eggs. Let's see, I wrote it down because my memory. I had 3 slugs, so it's still 24 eggs.
Okay.
And 22 babies did hatch. Mm-hmm. Only I had 1 really small one, and he didn't make it. Just a couple of days after hatching, he was gone. And I had also 2 eggs who didn't hatch.
Okay.
But I saw the vessels.
Yeah, the blood vessels.
Yeah, the blood vessels. So I know there was something going on. And finally, after about 1.5 weeks, I think, someone came to help me and open the eggs up. Mm-hmm. But the umbilical cord was around the snakes, so they were, they didn't get any food or yolk inside of itself. So
yeah, I had it too in the past. I do cut open my eggs, as I talked about in a previous podcast as well. But I do it once the first babies start making some cuts themselves, so I know it's the right time. And sometimes you see if like all the clutch is out, but one baby is still inside, like it's poking his head out and a little bit of the neck, but it seems like it can't get out.
yeah.
I think it was last year or maybe the year before, but I just cut open the egg a little bit more, and she was also stuck in her own umbilical cord. So because they have like a big lump around their body, they physically cannot get out as well. So the only way to save them is I try to untie it, and then she came out the egg. But of course the yolk wasn't absorbed, so it was a small baby as well. But she did survive. So
Okay, well, mine were too far gone when they came out.
yeah, I believe so. You have to be like pretty quick to get them. Yeah, it happens sometimes, and also sometimes they are dead inside the egg because the umbilical was so tight that the entire body was like cut off, so no blood came to the back of the body. So
I think that would have happened if I waited another couple of days.
yeah, probably, yeah. Or they drown. It's yeah.
So warning:
Yeah.
if one or two eggs don't hatch around the time the other ones do, please try to open them yourself. Maybe you can help them.
That's true, but I don't know if you saw the podcast with Eline from Ecorns. She doesn't cut open eggs because her opinion is if there's something wrong with the baby, or they don't have an egg tooth, or they're not strong enough to come out of the egg themselves, then she says then I would rather not help them because maybe they are weaker as adults as well. So
yeah, but that's also true. But I have what I had the feeling when I finally took them out and I came to understand that the umbilical cord was around them. I felt guilty.
yeah, no, I can imagine.
Because they looked like they were suffering, and I think in that case it's probably better to help them than to wait and let them die on themselves.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's why I cut eggs as well. But just so people they're basically two trains of thought. So,
but I don't think they would have made it themselves.
Yeah, well, usually they're smaller as well because they don't get the food of the egg yolk and stuff. Yeah. So, but shit happens. They say.
Indeed. So,
and it happens to everybody. Sometimes you see breeders or just hobbyists, and of course with social media, people usually post their highlights of the best babies and the biggest clutches and stuff like that. But it's not all fun and games, and it's. But I guess people do it with themselves as well. Nobody posts on Instagram a photo of them being sad and saying, "Oh, my day sucks" and stuff. Even everybody's like, "Oh, I'm happy and the sun is shining" and stuff like that. So I don't mind. I post. I had a clutch this year of one fertile egg and the rest slugs and stuff like that. It's. I of course I keep the fertile egg and I put it in the incubator, but I rather have just a clutch with just slugs. That's almost then just that's like even worse because you think, oh, the male did his job and he did try to breed and fertilize the eggs, but you just have one egg. That sucks sometimes. But
yeah, that sucks.
And it happens to like quote unquote big breeders like myself, but it can also happen to just hobbyists like you. So.
Yeah, indeed.
But it's a good warning. So because a lot of people ask me, and maybe you as well, like, well, what should I do with breeding, and do you have tips and stuff like that? I get that question like, well, not every week, but especially around this time of year, a lot of people ask me questions like that. So it's good to know for everybody that not everything will go right all the time. So and even yeah, that's true. And even like if you plan everything, you have like you have big cages. I have tubs, but you do have hiding places. You have like an egg box with moss in it. So you, in your mind, you do everything right, but still some things can go wrong.
You never know.
No, that's true.
But it's still fun to try.
I agree. Especially if you do have some nice babies and like the one you just showed us, if you can keep it yourself and you can see how it grows up, that's fun. So
Yes, especially that, yes.
yeah. Do you have any plans for expanding, like getting more snakes or more lizards, or not really?
I would love to, but I'm not quite sure if my partner thinks the same.
Yeah, that happens sometimes as well. And maybe your room is quite full already as well.
Yeah, upstairs it is. I also have, I keep the Varanus and the bearded dragons I keep downstairs.
Okay.
But I would love to keep another Euromastics downstairs as well, but...
And what species do you have? Do you know or what species do you like of Euromastics?
I do have now the Nigiventris.
Oh, okay.
So the big ones, but I would like to have the Jerry. I don't know if I pronounce it right.
Greri or something, I guess.
The bright ones, the bright yellow and green.
Yeah, I don't know all this.
Yeah, yellow and red you have from the Jerrys.
Okay. Yeah, you have so many. I'm not a big Euromastics guy. I like them. I like how they look, but I don't know all the species and the subspecies and stuff. So
I don't know them all, but I know a few. But I would also like to get Oculata, but have to wait.
Well, or just become single and do whatever you want, but that's not fun. But
no.
No, don't do that. That's a shame.
Get out of London.
Yeah, that sucks as well. Okay.
I had that a couple of years ago, and well, my house was more reptile rooms than there was room for me. So.
Well, yeah, I know the feeling. I'm quite good myself, I must say. I do have a lot of animals, but like this is my living room. Look, it's quite normal.
Yeah.
No strange terrariums and stuff. Because people always ask me, "Oh, you have so many animals. Your entire house must be full with snakes." But it's not the case.
No.
We are pretty normal people, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, with just maybe one room in the house that's just filled with snakes and lizards. But overall, we're pretty normal.
Yeah, that's true. I think it is normal to keep reptiles, but...
Yeah, I agree too, but not everybody does.
Unfortunately not.
No. Well, yeah, and it's like at parties and stuff, it's always the same. Then people ask, "Oh, are you the guy with all the reptiles?" Yes, I'm the guy with all the reptiles. And then all the same not interesting questions come and stuff like that. So
I know the feeling.
Okay, do you have anything else to add or tell or something? Or are you thinking, no, it's enough for today and we will...
I'm not quite sure. Do you have anything?
Good question. Well, we saw some of your snakes. We talked about breeding. Good question. If you could have, what's like your all-time favorite combination or morph or something of corn snakes, or something new, like you think, oh, I would like to have a gold snake, or what would be your favorite? Well, not pure gold, of course, but if you had your choice, what combination would you make, or what new morph would you like to have? How would it look?
Let me think. I like the lavender.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I would like a palmetto as well, but I only have a head palmetto, so maybe.
Well, maybe you can have a lavender palmetto then.
Yeah.
Get the best of both worlds. Well, that's not too crazy.
There are too many morphs. If I look at the morph list, then I make myself crazy. Oh, I want that one. Oh no, this one.
Yeah.
So
I know.
There are too many. And I would like a caramel scaleless. Well, but also Enery scaleless. Well, you see.
Too many options.
Yeah, too
Yeah, I know the feeling, but I have the good thing that if I want 2 or 3 or 4 extra snakes, I just breed them or buy them, and
Yes.
because I have so many already, so that the couple 2 or 3 extra is not a big deal. So yeah. Okay. Well, before we go, I will do a shameless plug of my FutureMorphs t-shirt. They're still available. So if you want one, not you, but if you are watching it, yeah, you can have one as well. But they're still available. I have a couple left, so a limited edition. So send me a message. And as you maybe know from all the other podcasts, when we say goodbye, we just I count to 3, and on 3 we will wave together and say goodbye to all the people watching. Okay?
Will do.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Bye bye.
Bye.